In this Jungle Juice video, I'll be talking about my working experience with Machinegun, a group gaming channel consisting of gaming. And just in case you don't know this, group channels are incredibly difficult to run. But even with all that being said, I gotta admit, the guys are doing an amazing job. Everyone's always matching their energy perfectly. It's always up high. The videos which they make are actually funny and entertaining to watch. The only thing that the channel's lacking is proper management. I mean, for starters, everyone takes turns when it comes to editing and making thumbnails, and it shows. Let it be the fact that the thumbnails often look different and surprising enough in terms of format. I mean, what does YouTube take? 1280 by 720 or 1920 by 1080? Communication was also a major problem, but thankfully the boys have their own Discord server with a separate chat dedicated to the editors, and if I had any individual questions, their DMs were always open. With all that being said, I was hired as a video editor with potential to prove myself being worthy of managing their entire channel. So if you're excited to see the monkey business, do me a favor, swing that finger out of your butt crack and onto the subscribe button. No, seriously, subscribe. I know where you live, Michael. Now, the objective was simple. Use the timestamps provided by the boys, cut out the best parts of the stream, and then basically work my magic. Simple, right? Yes, if we're talking about one person's POV. And if there's one thing I've learned from working with Pox on Locks, feel free to check out that video as well, by the way, link in the description and in the top right corner of your screen. It's that as soon as multiple POVs are introduced to the video, it gets a little messy. Thankfully though, this wasn't the case, at least not yet. The boys ended up doing all of the cutting for me and sent me an hour-long video. That video was then cut down to 36 minutes, and then after that cut down again to about 17 and a half minutes. Then and only then did I start adding all of the subtitles. Now, this is what the project was looking like so far, and believe it or not, we still had plenty of work ahead of us. For starters, let's discuss audio. Now, the video they sent me had only one audio track. So in case you were wondering, when you're doing a gaming video, or any video actually, it's best to have all the audios laid out on a separate track. Your commentary, aka your microphone, should be on track 1. Gaming, the actual gameplay audio, should be on track 2. And any other person, like a Discord call or something like that, should be on audio line number 3. Why? Well, this gives me more control over the entire editing process. Because let's say someone cracked up a funny joke. You're talking and you accidentally talked over them, or the gameplay is too loud. No problem, I can lower the volume of you and everything is more crystal clear and delivered pretty well. When everything is cramped into one audio track, it makes editing a lot more difficult. A lot of good jokes or funny moments have to be cut out because, well, you just can't hear them. Regardless, I leveled out the audio to the best of my abilities, made a custom bleep with the channel's logo slapped on top of it, added some background music, and fine-tuned the volume levels so they would complement one another. Now, cards on the table, and credit where credit is due, the audio was provided by Machinegun themselves, and surprise, surprise, it ended up matching perfectly with the theme of the video. But I have Envato, an official license of Envato Elements, so even if I didn't have any music, it wouldn't have been a problem. Did you subscribe yet? You're such a hard nut to crack. I mean, what's it gonna take, right? Like, I'm doing my best here. Look, I even have drinkable yogurt. That's like the best kind of yogurt. By the time I got done adding all the bleeps, tweaking the subtitles, adding the zooms, the VFX, and basically everything like that, the video actually got down to around 16 minutes long, which isn't surprising considering the fact that I was only working with one audio track, and some parts of the jokes or some funny moments were so difficult to hear I decided to remove them all together. Speaking of remove, quick tip if you're editing a video that doesn't have a face cam, or any video that is too footage reliant, you can separate, aka unlink, the video and audio tracks from one another, cut out any unnecessary silence that feels like it's slowing the video or it's pacing down, and then just stick the audio back together for a better flow. This helps with both retention and maintaining the sort of fast, dynamic pace of the video, which is something that I and the boys were going for when working on this project. With that being said, the video is not in your face, it's slow slows down every now and then, the pace relaxes, but it also doesn't get to a point where the video starts feeling boring or worn off or sluggish. And to do this, you have to do a lot of small tweaks and adjustments like the one I just mentioned, which doesn't look like it's doing much, but trust me, in the long run, it makes a world of a difference. This would also be a great time to point out the fact that I was constantly notifying the boys with progress reports, any hiccups I had, technical difficulties, even some screenshots that I think would make for a great thumbnail. So after hours of work and intensive labor, the only thing I had left was the sound effects. Thankfully, I had laid everything out by markers already, so it was just a matter of flying by the video, adding all the sound effects, flying by the video again, checking for details, adding more sound effects, flying by the video again, checking for any technical errors, fixing them if they exist, flying back. And after 3 additional hours of all that work, chimps and monkeys, we are done. I exported the video, sent it to the drive, and instead of me glazing myself for 30 minutes straight, why won't we let the monkeys do all the talking?
The quality of the service, you guys work quick. And let me just go ahead and say that you guys work a damn sight quicker than we do. But I mean, otherwise, yeah, it's been stellar service, great quality of I like the videos, the way everything goes together has been nice. Have seemed to have seen a little bit of an uptick in our numbers as a result. So that's always good.
I will say, fucking blew our expectations out of the water from what we were expecting, I guess. Definitely helped take some of the pressure off of our plates onto it as well. Being able to time our jokes exactly where it is, refine some of those jokes just a little bit more, make them even funnier than what they were. It was very, very well done.
You're very good about punching up the jokes and stuff, like some of the footage that we gave you. We didn't expect it to be funny, but now it is. So that was great. Good communication throughout the whole thing. If we had any questions, you'd answer them. I'd say 10 out of 10. I think the only thing that we ever sent back was just like some few little subtitle things, and that was it.
The video ended up going public and was the #1 best performing video on a span of the last 2 or 3 months. So the only thing I have left to say now is subscribe.